Well, good morning. Today is Thursday. I'm having a great morning. I spent the night at the Notch Hostel. I am at Franconia Notch. I don't know how they got the name Franconia Notch. I'm down at I just got dropped off from the hostel. They run a shuttle to a place called the Flume Visitor Center. Flume is a bunch of waterfalls and I guess this is a state park. It looks like a private thing, a state park. It's $20 to go down the stairs to go look at the waterfall. I did not go. I'm just opposed in principle to that kind of thing. But, oh well, such as it is. But they've got a nice paved path. I do appreciate that for bikes and all. I've got a 1 mile walk to get back onto the trail. We get to parallel Interstate 93, if that helps you with any reference for what we're doing. Today I get to climb up Mount Lincoln, Mount Lafayette, some other mountain, and then I go to a hut to spend the night. So looking forward to that. You know, I have not been doing Thorns and Roses every night. So I think I should do a quick summary on for my hike so far. You know, my rose is that I have not fallen yet. I came close to falling, but you know, no real injuries, and haven't banged myself up too badly, and really excited about that. My thorn is that, well, in most places, there's no real trail. It's just a bunch of rocks for you to climb over and around, and that's not much fun. You heard me complain about that. I can handle the water. It's just constant rocks. But today, I get a rosebud. So the rosebud for today is, well, I'm hoping to continue not to fall and bang into anything. Rosebud, it's a beautiful day at the top. I think it's clear. It's going to rain later on today. But hopefully I get to the top and get a nice view. That will be my rosebud. I'll keep you up to date. Well, here we are on the top of Mount Liberty, looking into Franconia Notch down in there, and the interstate directly across the way in the haze is Kinsman. It's where I was yesterday. I'll bring you on back out a bit. Sorry, the gnats are really bad. So, boy, look at the glaciation there. When that came through, that was amazing, ripping out that gorge like that. Anyway, I'm gonna hike off of this and climb up a little haystack here and then do Mount Lincoln. And on the other side, you can't see it, is North Lincoln and Lafayette. I do not know what that one is, but I'll be there tomorrow. So here I am hiking along, minding my own business. And what do we have here? A bunch of fallen trees, a bunch of sloppy mud I have to go through. And then of all things, hey, yep, that's right, it's snow. Well, there's Mount Liberty. I was there about an hour and a half ago. It's really close, less than a mile, but just brutal as always. I'm up on Haystack now. Had to do class 2 scrambling to get up here. All fours and so on. Ha! Ski resort over there. Figure out which one that is. Here is Mount Lincoln. Let's see here. It's Mount Lincoln, and across the way, that's Greenleaf Hut. That's where I'm going for tonight. It's about 3 miles by trail. Probably take me 3 hours. Cranking along here. Trail's gonna go up Franconia Ridge. Oh, that should be fun. Yeah. Nice and windy. The haze, I was told, is all of the smoke from Canada, which makes a lot of sense. Shame they can't get those fires put out yet. Well, I'd better get on. Oh, I left off. Was just listening to The Who. I can see for miles and miles. Not clearly, not Carly Simon clearly, but The Who. Yeah, I know, it's windy up here. I'm standing on the top of Mount Lincoln, looking at Mount Lafayette. There's Greenleaf hut down there. That's only a mile away, they say. Shouldn't take more than an hour and a half. Boy, I was just adding up my peaks, you know. I had 58 mountains before. Well, there's Mount Lafayette from the top of Mount Lincoln. There's Greenleaf hut. Sorry about the wind, but I've got to stand in it so I can keep the gnats down. They're just voracious. So I was doing some thinking on the climb up. You know, I have 58 peaks over 10,000 feet. And I was always like, oh, no, I won't count any, you know, below 10,000. I'm going to rethink that. Today is day 5. I have done 6 peaks that are class 2, where you're having to scramble on your hands to get up. And I've only got 1 more to go. So I'm standing on North Lincoln, another 4,000 footer. It was hard to get up here. Let's see. There's the top of Mount Lafayette. Looking back at Lincoln and Haystack. Well, that should be fun. Tomorrow morning I get to climb up that first thing. It's supposed to rain overnight. Might not be as much fun as I think. Oh yeah, maybe it'll be that type 2 fun. You know, the kind that really not fun when you're doing it, but fun to think about later. Yeah, that must be it. So it's time for Thorns and Roses, the end of the day here. It was an amazing hike. Really insanely hard. As you can see, I'm at the Greenleaf hut. It just looks like a giant dining room there. I have a bathroom. I have a little running water, so I was able to clean up a little bit. No shower, but hey, it's okay. Making dinner tonight. Bean burritos. Should be great. This is a lovely lake out here, or a pond. And looking forward to climbing back up Mount Lafayette. This one here. Tomorrow I'm a mile away. I'm going to take an hour and a half to get up there. And then tomorrow I got some serious miles to put in. I have to do all the 10. Oh well. So let's see. What are my thorns and roses and all today? My rose is that, again, I didn't fall. I didn't kill myself. I didn't break anything on me. This is all really good. I'm very happy about that. Yeah, I had some really sketchy, really hard trail. Some what's called class 2 scrambling. You know, you get a boulder or whatever thing out there, you know, 5-6 feet tall, and you got to scale and crawl up that. Wasn't walking up it, it was crawling up it and hoisting myself up. Had to do that on every mountain today. So, yeah, it wasn't good. My thorn is that I have a hole in my pack, in my hip belt. I slipped and fell into a tree, and yeah, the tree poked a hole in my little hip belt. It's okay, it's just not waterproof anymore. That's kind of a bummer. I also had broken the clip on my backpack, one of the clips that holds the top all rolled up. So 2 things down. I guess I'm just getting all of my thorns out of the way. My rosebud is that tomorrow I get to hike 10 miles over to Zealand Falls Hut, and I'm hoping that I make it in time for dinner, because they don't serve breakfast here till 7. So if I get out of here and I hike 1 mile an hour, I'll make it just barely in time at 6 o'clock. Wish me luck.